What's up everyone, it's Sean here, back today to give you guys a review of the Air Jordan 1 Retro Low OG in this Mystic Navy colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable pair for anyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and to me, I personally find them to be very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So this is my latest Air Jordan pickup, which is the Jordan 1 Low in this Mystic Navy colorway. At first glance, this is very similar to the Royal Air Jordan 1s, but the main key difference is that the shade of blue is very different. So this pair released on June 30th for a price of $130 US or 170 Canadian dollars, and the official colorway for this shoe is white, black, and Mystic Navy. So jumping straight into the details, the upper of the shoe is constructed out of two different types of leather. So on the toe box, you can see we have this blue colored leather. It has that standard perforated look just like all your other Air Jordan 1s. And the shade of blue here is very dull and dark and has this very matte finish to it. Surrounding the front toe cap, in contrast, the black leather here has a very shiny look to it, and it's a type of leather that you don't really see commonly used on Air Jordans that much. This leather is very high quality, and it feels super premium, almost like something you'd see on an expensive handbag, for example. And this black leather covers the eyelets and the entire mid panel beneath it as well. Stitched on top of this, we have the Nike Swoosh, which once again is constructed out of that blue colored leather, and then on the bottom of the heel and the top of the heel, we have more of that same blue colored leather, and stamped on the very top, we have the shiny Air Jordan Wings logo in black. As for the laces, so these come with two different lace options. The default standard lace is a flat style lace in black, and they also give you a secondary navy blue colored lace as well. Underneath this, just like all your other Jordan 1 Low OGs, we have this thin nylon tongue, which is constructed out of this black colored nylon, and on the very top we have this tag with Nike Air branding in blue. The interior of the shoe is thinly padded, and it's covered in this black colored nylon. And then as for the insoles, these also come with a polyurethane insole, just like a lot of the recent Jordan 1s that I've reviewed on my channel. So this polyurethane insole is lined with this white colored textile on top, and we have Nike Air branding stamped on the heel in navy blue. So the upper of the Jordan 1 Low sits atop this full-length, white-colored rubber cupsole, and encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we have Nike Air technology for cushioning. And then turning the sneaker over to the bottom, here we have your standard Jordan 1 outsole. This is constructed out of a dull blue-colored rubber. We have that same circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with the Nike logo right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Mystic Navy Jordan 1 Lows. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my other Jordan 1 Low OGs, but personal preference, I prefer to stick with my normal Jordan 1 high size, so for most people that means sticking true to size. If you have narrow or normal width feet and you like more of that snug one-to-one fit, a lot of people have told me they also go a half size down as well. So it really depends on your foot shape and how you like your shoes to fit. Whether you like a bit more room, then stick true to size, or if you like more of an exact fit and you don't love that much space in the edge of your shoes, then go half size down. Moving on to the comfort, so the Jordan 1 Low feels pretty much identical to the Jordan 1 High, except for the obvious fact that you have a lot more mobility with this ankle portion being cut down. Other than that though, it feels pretty similar. The underfoot feeling is still pretty stiff. There's not that much from a step-in comfort and softness perspective, but it still feels very stable and low to the ground, and it's just a casual use shoe that you can wear whenever you want. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so this is the part of this shoe that kind of confused me. So this blue leather, I wouldn't say that it's bad, but I'd say that it felt like it was a pretty average sort of material that Jordan brand typically uses. But in contrast, this black leather, like I said, this to me is a super premium cut of leather. Obviously, I'm not a leather expert, but just from the touch, it truly feels like it's a premium cut of leather. I just found it a little bit odd that the black leather is so shiny, whereas the blue leather is so matte, so it kind of gives off a little bit of an odd contrast. And I think the shoe would have looked better if the blue had a little bit more pop, or if the black leather was a little bit more dull, something to make it a little bit more consistent with each other, because the way it is right now, it is a little bit strange. But aside from that, the overall build and the craftsmanship, I thought it was pretty decent. I didn't notice any major flaws on my pair at all, so at least from that perspective, no complaints at all. So now that all that's out of the way, let me lace these up and I'll show you guys how these look on feet. I know right now there seems to be a bit of Jordan 1 high fatigue, and the Jordan 1 low has become a lot more popular these days. I think for anyone that doesn't own a pair of the Royal Air Jordan 1 lows, which I believe released back in 2015, I believe, or 2016, but this would be a very adequate replacement. Other than the fact that they give us a smaller swoosh, one missing eyelet, and the shade of blue is just a lot duller and darker. In the grand scheme of things, it is still pretty similar to the Royal ones, and the prices on these on the secondary market are hovering around retail, so it's really not that bad if you want to pick these up. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Mystic Navy Air Jordan 1 Low. What are your overall thoughts on this colorway and your overall thoughts on the shade of blue in contrast to the black? Do you agree with my thoughts, or are you a fan of this combination? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video.